There are three classifications according to the number of bonds in a hydrocarbon compound. When there's only a single bond, they are called alkanes. When there are double bonds, they are called alkenes. And when there's a triple bond, they are called alkynes. First of all, we must memorize and understand the prefixes according to the number of carbons in a hydrocarbon compound. This is like the base of everything related to hydrocarbons. 1 carbon, meth. 2 carbons, eth. 3 carbons, prop. 4 carbons, but. 5 carbons, pen. And it goes on and on and on according to like the geometric figures. It's also very important to know the alkyl group. The alkyl group are a set of radicals that can be attached to the main chain of carbons in a hydrocarbon compound. Methyl, ethyl, propyl, and isopropyl. Butyl, isobutyl, sec-butyl, and terbutyl. Pentyl, isopentyl, and you basically continue that way, adding carbons and adding prefixes, but always ending with a suffix YL. Now that we know all of this, start naming with IUPAC rules will be so easy. Let's start. Let's first start with the chain. First of all, what we have to do is count the carbons. 1, 2, and 3. Now, can you guess what prefix we'll have? Yeah, correct. Prop. Now, as you can see, our compound doesn't have any substituents. And by substituents, I mean the alkyl group. So we can finish naming our compound. And also, as you can see, between the carbons, there are only a single bond. So, it's an alkane. So, you already have the prefix prop, because there are 3 carbons, and the suffix ane, because it's an alkane, due to the single bonds. Therefore, its name is correct, propane. Example 2. Now we're going to try something just a little bit more complicated. As you can see, there's a method over there. So we're going to start counting carbons, but taking into account that the substituent methyl must be the least possible number. So we're going to go from left to right. I only count the carbons from the main chain. The main chain is the largest chain, without taking into account the substituent methyl. IUPAC tells us that when we have a substituent, we must first write the position, then the name. Here is 2-methyl. Between letters and numbers, there must be a dash. We must write this first before the prefix for the number of carbons. Now we can write the prefix for the number of carbons. As there are 4, the prefix is but. As you can see, it has single bonds, so it's an alkene. Suffix ane. Therefore, the name for this compound is 2-methylbutane. Example 3. Now let's see this example. Each vertex represents a carbon. Now let's start numbering carbons, leaving the isopropyl in the smallest number. Position, dash, name of the substituent. As the chain is closed, it's a cycle. So we're going to write cyclo after the prefix for the number of carbons. The carbons are attached with single bonds. Therefore, it's an alkene. Suffix ane. So the name for this one is 1-isopropyl cyclobutane. Now that we know how to name alkenes, we're going to start naming alkenes. We're going to start numbering carbons from right to left, because here the priority is to leave the double bond in the smallest number. As you can see, there are 2 methyls. Therefore, is dimethyl. First, we're in the position 2 and 3, and then the name, dimethyl. The prefix, according to the number of carbons, is prop. But now we have another suffix, because it's an alkene. The suffix is ane. Therefore, the name for this compound is 2,3-dimethyl propene. Example 2. Number the carbons, leaving the double bond in the smallest number. There's a methyl in the position number 2. So write first position, then the name, 2-methyl. Now you're going to write the position in which the double bond is 2. Now the prefix for the number of carbons, but, and the suffix, in. Therefore, the name for this compound is 2-methyl 2-butene. Example 3. As it is a cycle, write cycle. Then the prefix for the number of carbons, pen. Then the suffix for alkenes, in. Therefore, the name for this compound is cyclopentene. Now we are ready to start naming alkynes. The prefix for the number of carbons is but, the suffix -ine. Therefore, the name is butyne, because it's an alkyne. Example 2. Number the carbons leaving a triple bond in the smallest number. Then, write the position of the substituent, 5. Then the name, methyl. Then you have to write the position of the triple bond, 2. And then the prefix for the number of carbons, -ept, and the suffix -ine. Therefore, this compound is 5-methyl 2-heptyne. Example 3. We number the hydrocarbon, leaving the triple bond in the smallest number. Then we write the position of the triple bond, 2, the prefix of the number of carbons, 5, pen, and the suffix -ine for alkynes. Therefore, the name for this compound is 2-pentyne. Now let's move to aromatics. All aromatic compounds have a benzene. According to the position of the substituents, you add this to the name. 2 benzenes are naphthalene. Example 2. A benzene with a methyl is called toluene. Example 3. If a benzene has 2 methyls, it's called silane. The position of the silane is 2 and 3. Therefore, we must add meta to the name. The number of this compound, then, it'll be metasilane. A hydrocarbon derivate is a compound of carbon molecules that lists one other element that is not hydrogen. First, it tells you to do an heptane. Then, in the position number 3, insert a methyl. In the position number 4, an isopropyl. Structure done. First, do a cyclopentane. Then, in the position number 1, insert a bromine. In the position number 2, an iodine. First, do a cyclopropane. In the position number 1, insert an ethyl. Then a propyl in the position number 2, and then you are done.